redirecting to a plumber.
Yeah, that's what you said.
What?
Yeah.
Doing
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. MelbournePregnancyMassage.com.au was redirecting to a plumber, and I just went, yeah.
Did you contact them?
Yeah, I did.
Sorry, we'll talk about that over the break.
So,
Let
yeah,
Kat talk.
offered them a team.
No, it's all good. It's, I mean, you need to get something out of it. It's not good me talking down on you. It
Can we
doesn't
just
help.
go back to keywords, which is so I can ask the question I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
When you're actually typing in your keywords and millions comes up for say depression, okay, so that's obviously not a good one to use,
No,
right?
probably not.
Yeah, what's
So
what's the
to look at?
what do I need to look at in order to?
So you wanted us to actually go and do this.
Yeah.
So if that might be a good time
Yeah,
to
for sure.
do
We've
that.
got
What
about
time
20
is it?
minutes,
Oh.
so
Yeah, but
yeah.
if you have the laptop, then or some
Now?
That's
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, you can get it out and we
Have you
can
got
play with that.
So you're going to Google.
have you got internet?
Everyone should have internet. So up in the whiteboard, you see the connection.
Didn't bring my laptop.
That's alright. Did you want to come over and you can at least look at how to do it, and then you can do it.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
So how can we resend Casca now?
We switched.
Oh,
so
okay,
just
right,
give it
one of
one
those.
yeah.
So we used to
Just before.
right, Oh, nice. You don't understand why we owe her so much money. We bought a lot of fabric. He's all, how can I have to pay for fabric? And I was all, it's fine, honey.
So he had to pay for his own present.
Baby buttons and a transition part.
But as long as you claim it on your tax.
Or you can claim it on his. Two businesses make it hard.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there's many.
Over
Advertising from Hong Kong.
That's not what. No, I didn't want to keep it quite that
Yes,
fuzzy, but
yeah.
what I was saying was if you get 1 million searches a month, then that's a sure sign that you're too broad.
Yeah.
If you get only
So you won't
100.
come up in the top. That's what
Sorry?
you mean. When you say it's too broad, means you won't come up in the top.
Yeah.
It's like,
So
okay,
I mean, a good
it's
example
75
is
pages.
travel. Yeah. So if you have a travel website of some description and you put travel in there, you get 40 million searches or something. Okay, then if you break it down into travel Asia, then it becomes smaller, but you still got millions. So this is the process that you need to go through. So you do one, you start with your main big thing.
Yeah.
And just as an example, I said travel, I think it's a good example. Pregnancy. So you start with one, and then you narrow it down by adding more words. And the more words that you add, the more different suggestions Google gives you. So here's where the power of this tool comes in. It's not only that you can find your stuff, but Google will actually help you find the right stuff by suggesting related things that people look for. Does that make sense so far? I know this is a very shady area. So
if I had stress, okay, so stress will come up with 1 million, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so stress working women.
Yeah.
Or
there's
stress
still
within,
high.
but it's bringing it down. Okay, so, or stress mothers.
Yep.
Or,
Yeah, exactly. All of these. And again, once you do that, Google will give you suggestions. So
Okay.
you go through that long list that comes up.
And what do we,
And you
so what would be your ideal searches? Like, what would we want? Like 100,000 to whatever, or 250,000 hits to
It
whatever?
It depends on your business to start with. it depends on your business and it depends on the competition. That's other factors that are in there. So
So she wouldn't use this one.
thousands is good. Yeah, thousands is good. So breastfeeding covers has 18,100. That would be a nice number. And then you have, obviously there's a list of them. So you go through them all and you tick all the ones that apply to you.
So nursing cover would.
You have to put, you take all of this, you put it in an Excel sheet with the numbers.
You want this.
And then you
to be high.
you do this for a few days and then you pick the ones that make the most sense.
So which
You
column
pick
do you
them-
want the number to be higher in, like local monthly search?
So local, if you are only, local is Australia. Global is global, so that's mainly the States. So you want to pick
Yanks here.
you want to pick keywords that have a few thousand searches. If you can, have low competition.
I'm with you now, sorry.
Yeah, so you look at the numbers, you look at the competition, and then you can also
So this one.
take those
You do that.
keywords back into your Google search
Nah, look.
Because everyone,
and see how many people are advertising for that
Didn't
keyword.
come up in that page.
Yeah,
I come up number 5.
does everybody, that's a really interesting little exercise. When you've got your keywords and you put them back into your Google search, yeah, just into your normal Google search, and then see how many people are advertising for it.
Are you in the?
That's a
Where
good
do I get-
What do you
indicator.
mean, sorry, what do you mean, see how many
Keyword
people are advertising for it?
So when you take those keywords and you
Yeah.
go back to your normal Google search,
Yeah,
you know where on Google where
so if you click on one of these names here, on one of the keywords, you can do a Google search.
yeah, you can't do that usually because it takes you to google.com for some reason. It does on my computer anyway. You
Yeah,
need to copy it into your Google Australia because most of you won't be interested at this point selling globally. If you
Yeah,
are interested
sure.
in selling globally, you can do that too.
yeah,
But
okay.
if we're talking at this point, I'm assuming that everybody's selling inside of Australia to start with.
Yeah,
So you need to copy your keywords,
yeah,
put them back into your Google search, and see whether anybody's actually advertising for it, because that is a good indicator. If people spend money on a keyword to advertise a keyword,
Yeah.
then they must get something out of it.
so
Money back,
when
otherwise
you
they
copy
wouldn't
the
do it.
keyword into Google search, you're saying that people who are advertising that keyword are the ones in this bit here and the bit across the top?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
down the
Okay.
side, the blue
On the
bits
right
and
column.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're people that are advertising that keyword.
Yeah.
Right. I was kind of back to front for a bit there and I think I'm
Sorry.
No, that was
Have
just
you-
where I
Is
was.
that kind of clear? Because
Yeah.
the thing is, if you are in a business, you want to make money.
Yeah,
If there are keywords that are not advertised on, it means that currently it doesn't look like anybody's making money on those keywords. Because if there's money to be made, then people advertise. Does that make sense? So that's a good way, if you didn't know where your business was going.
Look up something.
That is a really good way to suss out, before you even get started, if there's even any money to be made in
Where
your
are you?
niche.
Well,
You
you're
know,
in-
if anybody is making
need
the
to
money
be-
I
online
changed it here.
in that niche.
Australia.
And would you go and check out that right hand
But what
and
am
what
I?
they're advertising?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then check out, yeah.
So your keyword research is
Maybe just sign out.
yeah. So the way to write your content is not to write one thing at a time, but to have a plan about it. That's my view anyway. You wanna have a plan about your next 12 blogs, so to speak. What do you want to tell people? Do you want to teach them something? Do you want to give them your opinion on something? Do you want to, where are you going to slot in about your product or service? Because on your blog, you want to tell them about stuff, but you don't want to be too in your face with it. And Wendy's going to tell you that with Facebook and stuff as well. So you want to have a bit of a plan. So I always say 12, 10, 12, whatever your number is.
So would you blog once a week, once a month? What's, you know, like...
Well, the more often the better. But you need to do what you can do. Do it regularly. Yeah? If you can write a blog a day, that's better than a blog a week. That's better than a blog a month.
It's annoying.
But you need to fit it in with your time scheme. I'm a terrible blogger. I'm not very. I can do it for other people because that's my business, but I'm not very good at doing it myself. So, 12.
How
And
often
then-
do you blog?
I do about 15 per fortnight throughout all of my sites. So yeah. But it's better to do it if it's you're better to do once a week, every Wednesday, or you know, whatever day, to be on the same day, the same time, and to be consistent with it. So it's best to do one scheduled rather than just sporadically.
Yep,
And
so
killer content is better than filler content.
What does that mean? Nice.
Just, you know, if you're writing a blog post just because,
Oh, okay.
then the content isn't going to be as powerful. Yeah. So
you're writing for the people, not for the search engines. And you always want to try and give people something that they're actually interested in. Either, you know, your blog has components. You can be entertaining sometimes. Just entertaining. Sometimes you can tell them about yourself a little bit. Sometimes you want to tell them about your opinions or what you do. But this is why it's good to have a bit of a plan, because then you can, you know, you can still be intuitive with it. But if you have a bit of a plan, at least then you know where you can sort of
5 minutes.
yeah.
Morning tea, so
Beautiful.
thanks for morning tea. Thanks.
Just quickly then go through this. 12 headlines. So when you're planning your content, the first thing you do is your headlines. And you've got your list of 50 keywords that it took you a while to find, the great
So you
keywords.
use the keywords in the
Yeah,
headline.
so you've got your list. When you've done this, you've got your list, and then you start writing your headlines, and you try to get, you know, you try to know which keywords. Once you've planned your content, you try to find the keywords that suit that content in your list of 50, and if you don't have them, then you go back to your keywords tool and just search again.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you try to use these keywords in your headline, should I say? And then inside, I didn't go that far down, but your H1 tags and H2 tags are important as well. But if you do this, that's great. So 12 headlines with your keywords in them. Then break them down into paragraphs, because it's not just what you write, it's also how you display it. Yeah, you always want a picture, and you don't want just text going through. Paragraphs and bullets and things are really important for people, because, you know, it helps break it up.
Because people don't really read.
Sorry?
Because people don't really read.
No, that's them.
And the keywords need to be in your first paragraph, yeah, as well?
They need to be in your content, they
But
need to be
mainly,
in
because
your...
that's the first thing that comes up, isn't it?
in your headline, in your subheaders. So basically, once you have your planned content and your headlines, then you break it down into 4 bullets. They're just ballpark figures, right? And your bullets become your subheaders, and that's where you want your keywords. But then importantly, the keywords need to be in your image tags. So you want to, when you download your images from your iStock or wherever you buy them, I am very, very particular with images. I'm very scared of copyright. It can be very, very expensive. I have a friend, she paid $8,000 because her web designer didn't purchase the images. And how is she supposed to know? It's really not fair. And I mean, how are you supposed to know as a layperson? So I'm very, very particular. I buy all my stuff on iStock. There's other
How do they check?
places.
Or you
But-
employ your photographer to do
How-
it.
Or
how
I
do
make
they
sure I
check?
have free tools, but I make sure that I post the links. I never forget to post the links.
Pardon?
You can see who downloads images from your back end.
Yeah. So, because like my Wheel of Life, my son created that, and somebody's gone and taken it, and it's in their website.
The only thing that you can do is
And
put
what
a
can I do with that?
watermark
Yeah,
Yeah.
through it.
I've had to start doing that on my characters.
Yeah, but then at least when somebody steals it, I mean, there's always going to be people
Yeah.
who pitch your stuff online.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But it's
Like,
got your.
as long as it
As
somehow
long as it's,
got my name on it, I
Yeah.
really don't care.
Yeah,
People
but you
can use
can't,
my
it's on
stuff.
the
I mean,
wheel.
I'm not original. I'm learning from other people. I don't copy
Yeah.
stuff,
You do it.
but
So they can
that's what
crop it.
happens. You know, people come and do that kind of stuff. So your image,
No, it's
just so that you understand actually what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
So your file name should be your keyword. Pregnancy covers .jpg. Your alt tag should be that same thing. Pregnancy covers. Your image title should be that. So and there's in your blog there's areas where you can fill that in every, like I haven't seen a website of late that doesn't have, you know, where you put in your image and these things don't come up for you to slot in. Sorry, I'm getting out of breath. And then the same for the blog itself. On WordPress you've got all-in-one SEO plugin, for example, but I think on the updated WordPress version it seems to come up anyway. So you need your title and you need your title and your meta description. So just so the title is basically what comes up in Google in blue, the main thing, and then the description is the